New Mexico is mourning the loss of a political legend. House Speaker Ben Lujan passed away last night at the hospital in Santa Fe after a battle with lung cancer. At 77 years old, Lujan was one of the most powerful and longest-serving state lawmakers. Lujan announced his retirement less than a year ago because of his battle with cancer.
Needless to say, it was a sad day for his family and for politicians on both sides of the aisle. Here's News 13's Katie Kim.
To those who saw him in the Roundhouse, he was known simply as the Speaker, a man of few words. Tonight, we're getting to know another side of Ben Lujan from those who knew him best. Ben Lujan walked through these halls for nearly 4 decades. For more than 10 years, he sat here as House Speaker. Today, the Roundhouse was uncharacteristically quiet. Inside, 2 men who knew the Speaker well and called him friend.
He was just the most gentle human being.
Longtime Chief of Staff Regis Pecos says he was by the Speaker's side last night, along with his family, as Lujan lost his battle with lung cancer.
He was waiting for his grandson, who's in the military, flew in from Kentucky. He did not get in till about 10 o'clock.
Lujan passed away less than an hour later. Pecos says Speaker Lujan's spirits were high up until the very end, even singing happy birthday to his older brother from his hospital bed. The Speaker also attended his last legislative meeting Friday, just 2 days before being admitted to the hospital. Friends say that was typical Ben.
He was just tenacious about working for the people in New Mexico. And
House Chief Clerk Steve Arias knew Lujan even before he was first elected to the House in 1974. He remembers well the day Lujan landed the House Speaker spot.
we got up and hugged each other. That's what I remember the most.
Known as a tough, even stubborn fighter for the poor, the worker, and the elderly, friends say most people don't know the Speaker had a funny side.
He would always talk about how good of a basketball player he was. And his wife would say, oh, but Ben would shoot air balls because Ben would be looking at me and he'd shoot this way because I was a cheerleader.
In my last interview with the Speaker, he told me he was hoping for enough time to attend his granddaughter's graduation ceremony. Unfortunately, he was not able to. Speaker Lujan is survived by his wife Carmen, 4 children, 9 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild. Back to you.
Okay, Katie. Funeral arrangements are still pending. Of course, a big part of Lujan's legacy is his son, Ben Lujan. He represents northern New Mexico in Congress, and we're told he was there last night as his father passed away. So far, the family has not spoken publicly. Plenty of current and former politicians have issued statements, though. You can find them all on our website. Just go to krqe.com.